Hello all, I'm Spidey. Today I'm reviewing the... Wait, this isn't what I wanted. Guess I better cast the right spell to get this thing working right. That's better. Sometimes you gotta put in the right spell to get the right toy. So yeah, today I'm reviewing the Titan Megazord. Or, just to forewarn you, I'm going to be referring to it interchangeably as MagiPhone. It's the same mold, so forgive me for that. So give me a sec, I'm gonna move in, and we're gonna cover these in greater detail. So let's say we start the show with the oldest sibling of the Magi Ranger, Magitaros, or the Taurus Titan / Xander, for the Mystic Force end of the spectrum. Yeah, I really did a lot of repainting on this, just to forewarn you. I'll cover the little bits and doodads I did in order to get it looking right, but for right now I just want to cover the Titan by itself. As you can pretty clearly see, there is a lot of molded detail on this. This thing is covered in it. I got this thing back when they were still doing, back when they were still importing over the deluxes, and it was worth the $40 price tag. Articulation is, well, that's about it for the Titan by itself. Technically, you can move the hips like this, but I'm going to be covering these hips more for later combinations. Doesn't really do much on its own. You do get the axe right here, which can stow in the Titan's hand very nicely. Kind of completes the look. But yeah, that's it for Taurus just on its own. So let's say we move over here and... Sorry, change of size. It's a rather drastic one, but here's the Pink Ranger's Titan form, or MagiPhone. The Titan Fairy, or MagiPhone. Yeah, it's very small. But hey, you know what? I still like it. Like I said, it's got lots of little bits of detail here. You can really see. I should say this, on the standard American release, everything here down is basically unpainted. It's a mass of black. I did this all myself to try and give at least a little bit of pop, and you can kind of see where the paint's kind of worn over time. But other than that, it's a very nice little figure. So that's about it for Fairy on its own, except for articulation, which is the arms. So let's say we move on to the next one, which is the Mermaid Titan, or MagiPhone. This one is really the most brickish of them all, just because of how you use it in transformations. Yeah, and these sections right here, these were solid black, so. But, you know, it's still a wonderful design. I love the little animal details right here on the front skirt armor of all the Magins. The head is a design similarity to the White Mystic Ranger / Magi Mothers. It's a wonderful little thing. And this particular Titan comes with two details on accessories. Sorry. The Titan's Trident, which can go right in. It's a little tight because mine's kind of old. There's also this little doodad. I have no idea what it's called, but it just clips onto the back for storage. So, yeah. It's used for the sword and the tail, so, you know, it's necessary, but you just kind of hide it on her. In the show, of course, since it's a mermaid, she can fuse her legs together. You can kind of do it, actually, here with the Titan, with the Mermaid Titan. It doesn't look that bad, but, yeah, there's this kind of space here, which this kind of fills in, but it's kind of silly. So, okay, now that's the Mermaid. Let's move into the two, other final ones, starting with the Garuda. Titan / MagiGaruda. Articulation is pretty standard. You can actually move the arms out, and you can ratchet the legs out. Again, though, those are mostly just transformation joints. But yeah, I like the Garuda. It's definitely unique. And like in the show, we'll make the little bugger fly and do the Garuda Spark attack. Again, though, it's really not the shining star, although it's got some wonderfully done detail. Again, I love the fact that all of these individual Titans and Majin are just chock full of little details, little M's everywhere, just besides on the chest. Little lightning bolts here on the Garuda, for example. You know, the final one, though, now that we've gone through this one, is the Phoenix Titan, or MagiPhone. This one is probably the shining star of the set. The red's kind of washing out, but it's a very nice red. Wonderfully articulated, seriously. First off, it's got the rotational arm joints, but it's also got a shoulder ratchet right here that can go in and out. It's got, get this, a knee joint, okay? And it's got a fully realized hip joint. Now, admittedly, every single one of these joints is purely for transformation. But the way they're all used together on this just really makes a wonderfully posable figure. Also, of course, get a sword. The sword can be held here in the hand. Or, and this is something I actually didn't know right when I first got it, it can stow on the back. See? Which I think is pretty cool. So, let's say we move on, and I'll show you the first of the two major combinations that this thing can do. Oh, sorry. And after all that, now we have the legendary dragon, MagiDragon. Which I think really, it's one of the things that grows on you. Right when you get it, it's kinda iffy on it, but after time, it really kind of grows on you as a design. I think it winds up looking pretty good. It's not perfect, but hey, considering what it is, it's really just a marvel of Bandai toy engineering, okay? It comes together really nicely. And if you reposition it slightly, you got a much more level-looking platform for flight poses. Or, of course, putting MagiPhone on top of it. How does that work? Well, you see these two little joints right here? They connect to these two little pegs back here. You just got to get the feller into a roughly sitting pose. And jam the little bugger on top of it. Winds up looking pretty good, I think. As you can see from the front, it really does look like it's riding the dragon. And as for the final two weapons, you saw a couple back here. The mermaid's trident and the phoenix's sword come together to form kind of a lance that the phoenix can hold in this formation. It's a pretty nice use of the leftovers. So you've got a design that doesn't really have any just extraneous parts floating around. However, that's not all that this thing can do. For example, when you input the spell code and the correct one, you get MagiKing. Let's say we do that.